Hi, good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss sentence structures. As you know, in IELTS, you have to focus on your sentence structures. There are 4 parameters on which your writing is judged, and there are 4 parameters in speaking as well. So I'm primarily focusing today on the sentence structures. For example, your writing is judged on 4 parameters, which you can see over here: grammatical range and accuracy, lexical resources, cohesion and coherence, task response and task achievement. Grammatical range and accuracy, that will be the topic of discussion for us today. What is grammatical range, by the way? Range in terms of grammar means how lengthy a sentence you can make, the complexity of a sentence. Complexity means difficulty level of a sentence, as well as structure. What sort of a structure you are using? Is it a basic one? Is it a compound one? Is it a complex one? Or combination of compound and complex? These are the few things which are part of grammatical range. Obviously, you have to be accurate. There is no doubt in that. Whatever is the demand of the question is, like if the question is in present, you have to answer the question in present itself. Over here, there are 3 basic elements when you consider sentence structure or range. So first of all, length of the sentence and complexity of it and type of structure. Let's talk about length a little. For example, if I talk about cow, like I'll give you a very basic answer with correct English. Cow is an animal, full stop. Cow gives us milk, full stop. Cow has 2 horns, full stop. Cow has 1 tail, full stop. So English is correct, vocabulary is fine, grammar is all right. But the thing is, sentences are too small, very simple ones. These are baby sentences. Like it looks as if a child is giving an answer, a very young child who has, just learned English a little. So, these basic sentence doesn't fetch you good score. You are not going to get good score by making very basic and simple sentences. So, you have to increase the length of the sentence and complexity of it, as well as the structure should be little varied in different sentences. Now I'll give you another example of the same topic, kind of. Cow is an animal which gives us milk. It has 2 horns. Moreover, it is a friendly animal. Ab dekhiye, which, moreover, these kind of things increases the complexity of the sentence. In addition to it, it has lengthened the structure, right? So 3 elements are in there. Length was varying in this one, this recent answer, and the complexity was there. In addition to it, structure was lengthy, right? And it was different than the basic ones. So if you keep these things in mind and you are showing range in your sentences, either in speaking or writing, you are going to get good band scores. So if you are going to give short answers with small sentences, you are not going to make you are not going to make it, and you will not be able to score good bands in IELTS. You will be stuck to 5.5, max to max 6. So you have to bring in the variation in the sentence structures. Now, can we please move forward to the next slide? Thank you. Here, there are some examples of simple sentences. Basically, those students who must have learned basics of grammar, you must have observed that there are basically 3 types of sentences: affirmative, negative, and interrogative in terms of grammar. Affirmative, where there is only approval kind of a thing. Negative, where there is denial. And interrogative, where there are questions. Affirmative sentence: my canary sings. Meri canary gaati hai. Positive sentence, affirmative sentence. Negative: my canary does not talk or does not sing. Negative sentence. Does your canary sings? Here a question is being asked. So these are 3 types grammatically affirmative, negative, and interrogative. But to increase the complexity and the length of the sentence, you need to have basic knowledge of sentence structure. Now, I'm going to discuss some types of structures. Like, there are basically 4 types. Dear students, pay attention to this one. Simple sentences, which are very simple. Next one are compound sentences, which are a little lengthy than the simple ones. Then complex, and lastly compound complex. So I'm going to discuss all 4 one by one in detail along with some examples. Right, ma'am, can we please move on? Thank you. Now, these are some examples of simple sentences. A simple sentence has the most basic elements, very basic elements. A subject. I play football. I play, verb, football, object. Very basic elements are in there. Similarly, a simple sentence has the most basic elements that make it a sentence, a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. A subject will be there. Daniel likes to watch cricket. Daniel is the subject. Students prefer to go abroad. Students is the subject. So over here, prefer to. Preferring is a verb. Now, to go abroad is object. Now, over here, you can see some examples. Joe waited for the train. Joe is a subject. Waited is a verb. So these are very simple ones. Nothing complicated in there. Very straightforward. The train was late. The train is a subject. Being late is the verb. Now, if you want to increase the length of these 2 sentences, what you can do is, Joe waited for the train and the train was late. What you have done? These are 2 simple sentences. Joe waited for the train, full stop. The train was late. Now, to increase the length of the sentence, you added a connector into it. Mary and Samantha took the bus, full stop. I looked for Mary and Samantha. These are 2 simple sentences. You can increase the length of these sentences by adding a connector into it. Again, some more examples. I'm not going to go into details of these much, but just to highlight the style and structure of these sentences. Here only subject and verbs are there. Just say, I play, I discuss, I interact, I teach. Only 2 things are there. Subject, verb. I play, I eat, I think, I talk, I discuss. You understand, you learn, you sit, you observe, you watch, you view. So 2 things are there. Subject and verb. Very basic elements. Now, again, this is a very simple sentence. Another, subject, verb, object. You watch the screen. You listen to the lecture. So, object is also, you listening to what? Lecture. You're watching what? Screen. So, object is there. Subject, verb, object. Again, simple. Now, subject, verb, adjective. He is funny. What sort of man he is? He is funny. Khasiyat hai, adjective. So, he is funny. The workers are lazy. What sort of workers are they? Lazy. So, subject, verb, adjective. Now, subject, verb, adverb. Jim is here. Being here, hona yahan pe, that is adverb. Flowers are everywhere. Yeah, they are everywhere. Everywhere is the adverb. So, subject, verb, noun. She is my mum. So, these are some basic structures for the simple sentences. These are very simple and straightforward. And these are not going to fetch you very good band scores. Right? Now, a step further. Now, we are going to talk about compound sentences. Compound means combination. You know, over here, examples of compound sentences include the following. Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. What you must have observed that, it is highlighted over here, but is written in dark, and there is a comma before it. There is a little pause. Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. It is adding an element of contrast. What? But is adding an element of contrast into it. He was waiting for the train. Train should be there, but it wasn't there. Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. I looked for Mary and Samantha at the bus station, but they arrived at the station before noon and left on the bus before I arrived. Over here again, the but is adding an element of contrast. Right? Few things you need to keep in mind. Those students who find it difficult to increase the length of the sentence, they make baby sentences like, Joe waited for the train, full stop. The train was late, full stop. So it is not going to, though the thing is same, the idea is same, the thought is same, but structure is very simple. The example which I just gave, the example which you are seeing over here on the screen, it is little better than the previous one, right? Similarly, last example, Mary and Samantha left on the bus before I arrived. So, I did not see them at the bus station, right? So, we are going to discuss these connectors. Yes, ma'am, please move forward. Thank you. One golden tip for you. To make compound sentences, you can use these connectors. My dear students, if somebody says linkers, conjunctions or connectors, don't get confused, they are same things. Connectors help in connecting the sentences. Linker helps in linking the sentences. Conjunction makes a junction. You know, they help, in Hindi it is called sanyojak, sanyojan karta hai ye. So over here, so some books, some lectures, some YouTube videos, you are going to see, some people are going to say connectors, some people are going to say linkers, they are same thing. So over here, these are some connectors, especially those which make a sentence into a compound sentence. And there is a specific usage of these connectors in certain sentences. We are going to discuss where to use it and how to use it and the purpose behind usage. Few things which you need to keep in mind is that these set of connectors are called coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions means they coordinate. There are two sentences which are complete themselves. You combine those and these connectors bring coordination. ये तालमेल लेके आते हैं. जो waited for the train, but the train was late. But what it does, it brings the coordination between the two sentences. Like first sentence, जो waited for the train, full stop बंद हो सकता है, लेकिन हमने क्या किया, उसको connect कर दिया. जो waited for the train, but the train was late. तो ये but क्या कर रहा है, ये coordination कर रहा है पहले sentence में और बाद वाले sentence में. So that's why these set of connectors are called coordinating conjunctions, and these coordinating conjunctions are used to make compound sentences, right? Now we will discuss in detail. Fanboy stand for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Thank you. Now, though the screen is not so big, text must be looking a bit small, but I would like you to focus on my discussion, right? For, most of you use the word for as a preposition. I'm waiting for you. I'm looking for you. I'm cooking for you. So you are doing something for someone, right? Here the usage of for, the examples which I just gave are used as a preposition. But over here we are going to use it as a coordinating conjunction. Connect करने के लिए. We are going to use for to connect two independent sentences. मतलब जो अपने आप में complete हैं. For example, here you can simply think in your mind, for is used as because over here. ये because की तरह यूज हुआ, वजह बताने के लिए. For is used to give a reason. See example. Scientists are trying to save the bees. Comma. For. The bee population is declining. What is the reason? Because we आप लगा सकते थे. But what you have done? Comma and then for. It shows that it is used over here as a connector. Whenever you see comma before for, generally it means for is used as a connector. Generally I am saying. I am stressing this word on generally. Right? And it is connecting two sentences. I am waiting for you. For you, no connect. A sentence is being connected over here. You know? All of you are trying to hard. All of you are trying to work hard. For you have a dream to go abroad. So here, because की जगह we used for, and for is used to give a reason. Very few students of you over here use for as because or as a coordinating conjunction. Very rarely I find students using for as a coordinating conjunction to connect two independent sentences. Now the next one is and. Very simple and basic one. You know, Daniel and Johnson were traveling to Canada. So Daniel and Johnson, two names are being connected over here. But we can connect it to sentences. Daniel helped my family last year. And this year, he did a lot of social service for poor people in our locality. Now, and has connected to different sentences, not just to words or names. So here, and you have to use comma before the and. Very few students know when you are using and to connect a sentence, comma should be there. Generally, people think that we are not supposed to use comma before the and. When you are giving a list of things, in the morning I had chapati, buttermilk, and a glass of juice. You are giving a list of things. So over here you don't need to use comma, but when you are connecting a sentence with the connector and, you have to use comma. Now another one, nor. Whenever you are giving an answer where you are not agreeing with the two choices, you are rejecting two choices. I am neither interested in going to Australia nor in Canada. When you are rejecting two choices, then nor can be used. You can see over here, he doesn't like tea, nor does he like coffee. He is rejecting over here both the things, tea and coffee. So another one, but. But is used to show contrast or contradiction. To show contrast or outcome. Sam wanted the new purse, but she couldn't afford it. So these two sentences can be independent sentences itself by putting full stop instead of but over there. But we have increased the length of it. Now next one is or. When you have to give an answer where you are giving two options or two positive choices. If you want to go abroad, you have to give IELTS exam or PT exam. Two positive choices. Right? Cats can have moist food or they can have dry food. You must be wondering why commas are there, because here comma is used to indicate that an independent sentence is connected. This sentence from here till here is complete in itself. Like, they can have dry food. It is a complete sentence in itself. Cats can have moist food. It is a complete sentence in itself. But the word or is bringing in coordination. So that's why comma is used, because or is connecting two sentences. When the coordinating conjunctions are connected to sentences, a comma should be there before the connector. Now yet is similar to but. It is to show contrast. There is a lot of parking space outside Lexis English Academy. Yet we find it difficult to park our vehicles during the daytime. Yet तो भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. There is a lot of parking space outside Lexis English Academy. Yet we find it challenging to find a parking space. So yet is used to show contrast. Last one, so, to show effect. Cause and effect, to link. Basically to show effect. She studied with a tutor. So she passed the test. What was the effect of it? She studied with a tutor. So इसलिए she passed the test. This was the effect of it. She studied from somewhere. The effect of it is she passed the test. So it is showing the effect as well as show is used to show the effect of it, as well as it is connecting two independent sentences. So these are some examples what you need to keep in mind. 4-5 tips. First, always put comma before the coordinating conjunctions, especially when you are connecting two sentences. I'll repeat, when you are connecting two sentences, always put comma before the coordinating conjunction. And the coordinating conjunctions are fanboys, which I have just discussed with you. Now one step ahead, little further. Thank you, ma'am. Simple sentence. Now we'll jump on to the compound sentences. From simple and compound, we already discussed compound. I looked for Joy and Nicole at the bus station, comma, but they arrived at the station before noon and left on the bus before I arrived. Here, but is used to make a compound sentence. Can we move forward, please? Thank you. Now we are going to discuss complex sentences. Complex means difficult. The level of difficulty is little high. Length is little more than the previous ones. Consist of main clause and a subordinating clause. What are clause? Clause are part of a sentence. Are part of sentence. There are two types of clauses. Independent clause and dependent clause. Dependent, which are incomplete. When I came, then what? It is incomplete. It is a dependent clause. When I came, student became serious. So, student became serious is an independent sentence. When I came, then what? Adhura sentence hai. So that is dependent clause. And the other part of the sentence was independent. The independent one, wherever you are going to make an independent sentence, you can put a full stop there. But with a dependent one, you cannot put full stop there. It needs something more, something extra. So when two types of clauses are there, then you have to use certain type of connector. I came, class became serious. Doesn't mean it is not making much sense. When I came, student became serious. So now there are two things: main clause and subordinate clause. Same thing. Independent, dependent. जो independent है, that is called main clause. जो dependent है, that is called subordinating clause. Subordinate means junior. या इसको independent dependent भी कह देते हैं, या main and subordinate. Right? Confused नहीं होना है. It means same thing. So a main clause makes no sense of its own. When I came, it is not making sense. Subordinate clauses, main clause makes sense on its own. I'm sorry. Main clause makes sense on its own. Class became serious. It's a main clause. It makes sense in itself. When I came, then what? So subordinate clause don't. They don't make sense on their own. So they need something to complete the whole, the complete thought. In the sentence below, the main clause is in blue and the subordinate clause is in pink. The main one is in blue and the subordinate one is in pink. We went back out to play. That makes complete sense. We went back out to play. वापस खेलने चले गए. And when the rain stopped, then what? It is dependent clause or subordinate clause. Both means same things. So over here, what is the connector? Connector is when, jab. Right? So now we are going to discuss what sort of connectors are used to make complex sentences. Thank you. Complex sentence again. A complex sentence has an independent clause and a dependent clause. Like I gave you an example just a while ago in the previous slide. So, independent clause makes a complete sense on its own. Dependent clause is not going to make complete sense on its own. It depends on the rest of the sentence. The independent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction. Example of subordinating conjunctions, these are the examples. After, although, because, before. And I'll give you a small tip how to memorize easily. Ma'am, can we move forward a little further, please? Yes, thank you. The magical formula to remember how to make complex sentences: a white bus. But the word a is missing over here. That stands for after or as. You can note down, dear students, a white bus. The way you made the structure to memorize the structure of compound fanboys, over here to make complex sentences, you can use these connectors. A white bus. A stands for after or as. As you can see over here, he is friendly. It's a complete sentence. He is friendly when he feels like it. Right? The when is used as a connector. They know how the war was won. I know how to drive a car. I know how to solve this puzzle. I know how to cook. And most of you make sentences in your task too. There are various reasons why people are interested in doing X, doing Y, like that. Right? There are various ways through which people can solve this issue. And that's why they are interested in X, Y, Z. So similarly, you can make these sentences. She dances if there is music. It will work, though it will be hard. जैसे आप हिंदी में कहते हैं हालांकि, it will work, though it will be hard. Though is a little informal. It is used in speaking, but in writing you should use although. Most of you use although in your conclusion. Whenever you write your conclusion in task 2 in IELTS, right? Even if Skippy and I'll come, even if we are late, तो भी late हुए तो भी आएंगे. Skippy and I will come even if we are late, because Darren is mad. Mad here, somebody is angry. Darren is mad because it is raining. Until no one talks until the light is on. No one talks until the class is on. Fine. Now, should I take 2 since you need 1? Since here it is used as because. Most of you use since just to indicate the time. Since 1947, India is an independent country. You are indicating the time. You are indicating the your time reference. Since over here it is used as a connector. Since is used as because. You are listening to this lecture since you are preparing for IELTS. Few things which you need to keep in mind. There are many more. There are many more things, many more connectors. But if you master these few, your level will increase. Wherever you are today, you'll be able to score more bands if you are able to effectively use these connectors in your writing as well as in your speaking. Another important tip, whenever you are going to use a white verse connectors, the complex, the connectors which are used to make complex sentences, these are called subordinating conjunctions. The previous ones, fanboys ones, were coordinating. They were coordinating between 2 independent sentences. These connectors connect dependent and independent sentences. So these are called subordinating. So that's why I see whenever subordinating conjunctions, connectors, I can say, are used in the beginning, there will always be a comma in the middle. Like when John smiles, comma, I feel happy. When you score good bands, I feel happy. When you understand things, I feel good. So comma should be there. So I feel happy when you score good bands. I feel happy when John smiles. So over here, comma is not required because when is used in the middle. If we leave now, will be early. If is used in the beginning, and most of you make conditional sentences. If you work hard, comma, you'll score good bands. If government passes strong laws, comma, crimes can be reduced. So this way you make a lot of conditional sentences by using if effectively. But make sure if condition, comma, then what is going to happen after that, right? So this way. Again, these connectors, a, after, although, as, when, whereas, while, whenever, wherever, whether or not, or whoever, whomsoever, whichever. I, in case. T stands for though, E stands for even though, even if, B for before or because, U for until, unless, S for since or so. I'm going to give you some examples. You'll be able to go to Canada or Australia after clearing your IELTS exam. After clearing your IELTS exam. So over here, after is used as a connector and it is adding complexity to the sentence. Can we move a little further? Thank you. Up now the last type of sentence structure. I would like you to pay attention to this one because this is the last one. Compound complex sentence structures. Compound and complex. It is a combination of both, where fanboys connectors are used as well and a white bus connectors are used as well. Just see, a compound complex. If you are able to make these types of sentences, you are obviously going to score good bands. Provided your sentence, your idea is making sense. Okay? And obviously it should be a relevant idea. A compound complex sentence contains 2 independent clauses and at least 1 dependent clause. This is the most sophisticated, complex one, difficult one of sentence you can use. Though Jax prefers watching comedy films. Though. So as I mentioned a while ago, that whenever you are going to use a white bus connector in the beginning, comma will always be there. See, they started with though. Though Jack prefers watching comedy films. हालांकि उसे पसंद है comedy film, comma. He rented the latest spy thriller, comma. And he enjoyed it very much. Here, a white bus connector. The subordinating conjunction. Here, and. Coordinating conjunction from the fanboys. See, if you, whenever you are attempting your reading or you are reading a newspaper, you are stuck, I'm not able to understand. Wherever you find commas or you find connectors, they are your friends. They'll help you to understand. See, if you stress and pause there, you will be able to understand more. I'll read it for you. There is a way to read sentence as well. See, though Jack prefers watching comedy films. I'm stopping here because there is a comma. I'll again read again. Though Jack prefers watching comedy films, he rented the latest spy thriller. And he enjoyed it very much. If you break down the sentence in this way, you'll be able to understand much. See, with the right tone, if you are going to read the sentence, you'll understand more. If I'm going to read it in a flow, you won't be able to pick much. See, though Jack prefers watching comedy films, he rented the latest spy thriller and he enjoyed it very much. If you read it in a flow, there is no feel to it. And you're not going to understand much. Again, it might sound annoying, I'll read it again for you. Though Jack prefers watching comedy films, he rented the latest spy thriller and he enjoyed it very much. So if you read it this way, believe you me, you are going to understand more in your reading module as well. Take little pause wherever you find comma or connector. These are your friends and you are going to know what sort of a sentence is going to be there. If you see a contrasting connector like but, yet, the contrasting information will be there. Like if there is a positive statement in the beginning, if there is but or yet, little off statement, little negative sentence will be there. He is very good in singing, but he is good in something, but you are expecting something negative. He is very good in singing, but not so good in sports. So the but is going to help you to make a sense. When you are going to attempt reading, you are going to read a lot of difficult sentences, difficult vocabs. There, these connectors are going to help you, because if you read but and there is a very complex or difficult vocabulary, you are not understanding much. But if you have this much sense that there is something positive was said before but, and you are expecting something negative after that, so it helps you make a intelligent guess. I'm not saying that you have to guess all the answers. See, when you do reading, rather than depending on flukes, you can make an intelligent guess. That is called calculated risk. See, if you are going to jump from a 10 feet wall, obviously you will break your leg. From 9 feet, obviously there are chances of breaking your leg. 8 feet, you may break your leg. 7, chances are there. But from 1-2 feet, you won't hurt yourself easily. So that is calculated risk. So, and intelligent guess. When you know how to use connector, where to use connector, what it stands for, you can make an intelligent guess. Reading is such a module where you cannot be 100% sure. You cannot say, I'm damn sure this is going to be the answer. But you make intelligent guesses. Your guess gets better when you have these tools with you. Right? So this way you can enhance your PAN score. Now again, interesting slide over here with the combination of colors. I'm going to explain you. I wanted to travel after I graduated from college. Here you can see after used in the middle, so that's why there is no comma. If you put after in the beginning, then there will always be a comma. Like, see, after is here, then comma is there in the middle. So I wanted to travel. Fair. Again, you have to read it with pauses. Whenever there is a connector, even though there is no comma, but connector is there. I wanted to travel after I graduated from college. However, now you are expecting some contrasting. However, you wanted to travel, but now there is a contrasting element. However, I had to go to work immediately. So if you break down sentences this way, with the help of connectors, believe you me, you are going to understand the sentence very much in detail. You will get into the depth of it. Again, changing of word order. What you do in your task 2, you put lot of synonyms or you try to change the word order. But you have to make sure when you are going to change the word order, it should be grammatically correct. Over here, the word orders are changed, but they are grammatically correct. Over here, the after is placed here, after is placed in the beginning. Now over here, sentence placement of but, these is interchanged. See, I'll read all. I wanted to travel after I graduated from college. However, I had to go to work immediately. Next one. After I graduated from college, I wanted to travel, but I have to go to work immediately. So this way I'm not going to go further because it is quite self-explanatory. It is there on the board, on the screen for you. So, ma'am, can you please move forward to the last slide? Again, I'm not going to go into that. Just to highlight, there are 4 types of sentence structures basically if you are looking to score good bands in IELTS. Simple, compound, complex, compound, complex. Again, I'll go through it quickly within a minute or so. To make simple sentences, you need very simple basic structure. Subject verb or subject verb object or adjective adverb you will place. There is nothing complicated. No connector, nothing. To make compound, fan voice. For, and, but, yet, so. Or neither. Now, to make complex sentences, a white verse. As, after, whenever, wherever, whichever, who, white, edge, however, I, if. So this way you can make complex sentences. When you will use both the conjunctions or both the connectors, subordinating connectors as well as coordinating connectors together, it will become a compound complex sentence. It will increase the complexity of the sentence and it will ensure that you will be able to fetch good bands in your IELTS. Thank you for paying your attention. Keep working hard and keep trying to learn new things. Thank you.